Thumbs Up Jokes presents Jokes about England and Englishmen. Two cars coming towards each other on a narrow alley in London. They stop against each other. Neither driver wants to give way. The driver of the first car takes out the Times newspaper and begins to read. An hour later, the second driver politely addresses him.
When you finish reading, sir, please lend me the paper.
Two gentlemen talking after a dinner party. Tell me, sir, why today during dinner you constantly kissed the hand of that lady who was sitting on your left?
You see, sir, they forgot to put my napkin.
Three English businessmen were having dinner at the club. When it came time to pay the bill, everyone reached for it. Business expenses, one said. I'll pay, said another. I have a government contract, they will reimburse me. Give it here, insists the third. I'm filing for bankruptcy this week. There is a competition for the most beautiful horse in Switzerland. The Englishman's horse wins. The owner of the horse must ride it to receive a prize from the hands of the king. And now, when he rides up to the podium, the horse makes an obscene sound throughout heard across the square. The crowd froze, the Englishman blushed to the roots of his hair and said in a breaking voice,
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
The king replies,
You know, if you hadn't apologized, I would have thought your horse did it.
The servant addresses the Lord. Sir, I dare say there is a fire in the kitchen. The owner of the house slowly puts down the Times and says, Report it to the lady of the house. You know, Robbins, I don't do housework. Somehow an Englishman ended up on a desert island. He lived there for a long time, and finally the rescuers arrived. Well, they look at how he got settled there, inspect everything, and ask, And what kind of hut is this?
And this is my house, I live here.
And what is this huge beautiful hut not far from your house?
And this is the club I go to.
And what is it there, on the other side of the island, such an abandoned little hut?
And this is the club I'm ignoring.
It is evening, raining outside. An English gentleman is sitting by the fireplace with his legs stretched out to the fire. The door opens and another English gentleman passes by him, without saying a word, and goes up to his wife's bedroom. The Englishman continues melancholy, stirring the logs in the fireplace. Half an hour later, another gentleman leaves the bedroom of his wife in a state close to complete confusion.
Sir, today your wife was extremely cold to me.
The other gentleman continues to move the wood in the fireplace.
She did not differ in temperament even during her lifetime.
An Englishman and a Swede are playing golf. A funeral procession passes by. The Englishman takes off his hat, stands silently for a few seconds, then picks up his club again. What a touching gesture, says the Swede.
It's not a gesture. We were married to her for almost 25 years.
Two Englishmen are playing golf. One takes aim for a long time and cannot hit at all. I'm not sure of myself today, he says, as if justifying himself. I'm afraid I won't hit the target, my wife is standing there in the distance. Yes, agrees the second, it's hard to hit her from such a distance. The old English earl married a young lady. It comes to the wedding night. The earl calls the butler John and asks to hold the candelabra. Having completed his business, he asks his wife.
Well, how did you like it, dear?
Not really.
Then the earl turns to John.
John, take my place, and I will hold the candelabra.
When John finished, the earl asks,
Well, honey, how did you like it this time?
Wow. It was incredible.
Earl says then.
You see, John, how important it is to properly hold the candelabra.
That's all for today. Hope you had some fun. Tell us your favorite joke in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos.